From the hallowed precincts of Sainik School Korukonda, where young cadets are taught to dream, to dare and to serve, began a story that would one day ride upon the waves of the world. Among the many boys who entered those gates were roll number 1061, Srinivas, and roll number 1068, Prasad. Two young Psychorians whose friendship, born in discipline and nurtured in adventure, would one day span continents and seas. From Korukonda, both cadets marched forward into the National Defence Academy. It was there, at the serene expanse of Peacock Bay, that Srinivas and Prasad first caught the wind in their sails. Amongst drills, discipline and dreams, a quiet passion was born, the call of the open sea. Years passed. Life, service and duty took them to many shores, but the dream of sailing beyond the horizon never left them. And one day, long after the parade grounds had fallen dead silent, they answered that call. Colonel Srinivas nurtured this love within the EME Corps, which boasted an active and spirited sailing wing. His early voyages saw him sail a seaboard from Bombay to Goa, earn a medal in the Laser National Championship, and even be nominated as a skipper for an ambitious around-the-world expedition by EMESA in 2002, a dream that, though it didn't materialize then, never truly faded. The roots of the adventure aboard Tystie can be traced back to the long coastal sails Colonel Srinivas undertook between Goa and Bombay within the army. As retirement neared between 2016 and 2018, he and Commander Prasad reconnected in Visakhapatnam, and that dream that began in their school days was rekindled in full sail. They began a meticulous search for a yacht, something sturdy, simple and self-sufficient. It was at this crucial juncture that their Psychorian brotherhood stepped in. The Psychorian organization Le Mango played a pivotal role in supporting and facilitating the acquisition of the yacht. It was an effort that combined passion, community and a quiet pride, an entire fraternity helping two of its own, set forth on a voyage that would carry the Psychorian spirit across the sea. The research led them to an unusual choice, the junk rig, easier to manage than the traditional Marconi design and ideal for long self-funded voyages. And then, during the stillness of the pandemic, opportunity knocked them from afar. A seaworthy rig, Tystie, was found in New Zealand. After an in-person inspection, she proved perfect. They trained rigorously for a month, learning her lines, mastering her systems and preparing for what would become a once-in-a-lifetime. 14th of May 2025, Tystie set sail from Opua, New Zealand. Her compass aimed north through the Pacific. 29th May to 15th June 2025, it was in Fiji, Suva to Savu Savu to Dinaro. After 1,150 nautical miles, Tystie makes her first major halt. From 30th June to 9th July 2025, the winds were kind, the seas demanding, and their friendship stronger than ever. But the ocean, as always, demanded respect. As Tystie neared the Solomon Islands, rough weather tested both men and machine. In one fierce stretch, Commander Prasad sustained an injury, a fracture that forced him to step ashore. It was a difficult pause in a lifelong rhythm of adventure. At short notice, Lieutenant Colonel Pradeep, a paratrooper and retired medical officer, joined the voyage. A sailor and adventurer in his own right, he brought a steady, fresh energy as Tystie pressed onward toward Indonesia.
Okay, so how long did you spend in that place, Srinivas?
We spent almost about 2 weeks because we had certain sales issues. I told you, we had sudden squalls and other things. The sales, some of it got damaged, and at one time we were trying to lower the sail because of a sudden squall. It wouldn't come down, and somehow we forced it down, and some tears and other things happened. And we met a nice guy called Paul Thompson when before leaving New Zealand. So I was updating him our problems of setting the junk rig. He's a specialist. He's a sail maker.
Okay.
So he said, "Okay, I'll send you some fitments at the end. You try to fit it and other things." So we had to wait for the courier got delayed. We had to wait and then fix those items. and take our sails out, and taking out the complete sail in the when it is on the mooring or anchorage is not easy. It's quite a big piece of cloth, which is
Yeah.
main sail, and each batten and all were pretty heavy actually. But we
Hmm.
managed to remove all that, take it ashore, get the sail repaired, stitched, and all that. And after the courier came, we had to do a lot of drilling, cutting, and all those things. Fitted those items, and then getting it back onto the boat, and fitting
Hmm.
them again to the major task. It took us quite some time. So we stayed in that place for about 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And
Okay.
that time is the place where we met. Biak is another thing that the ISRO remote sensing thing is there. Not remote sensing, sorry, ISRO satellite control center is there.
Okay.
So there are two scientists there, ISRO scientists. So, and when we went around and met them, they were again very thrilled to see Indians. Oh, you come all the way, and they're very proud of us. And because they were very proud of ISRO by then. We
Hmm.
were so happy meeting them. And they came aboard, our boat, and and we had a couple of meals together with them. Very kind of homecoming, and bonding was very nice. We're still in touch with them.
Hmm.
After that, they joined the cheering group for Tystie, and they are in the same group now, WhatsApp group.
Hmm.
So nice to know that. So, and then we also had where we stayed, a guy called Ahmed. He runs a diving school, and other thing, he became a good friend and all that. Egyptian origin, then US citizen, and then married an Indonesian woman,
Oh.
and running all this sort of thing. Quite an adventurous guy. Again, he's become a good friend, and that's how we stayed for 14 days, and then left from there.
So overall, it was a pleasant experience at that port where you
Oh
got
yeah,
help from everyone.
Biak had been a very pleasant stay, very pleasant stay.
So when did you leave that place?
Around I think 9th of August we left that place.
Okay.
Yeah, and then while we are again, it's like I told you, it's a doldrum area. We're sailing from. We had to plan a couple of times. Let's leave totally dead, and we could see there is going to be no wind, so we had to postpone again. Finally, we decided, okay, even if it's motoring, let's start moving because doldrums is going to be doldrums. So on motor only, we decided to go. So, and while we are doing that motoring from Biak to the next port called Sorong,
Hmm.
okay, that's when our autopilot packed up, the electric autopilot, and the wind vane won't work because there was no wind in any case. So the motoring also, and we had to be manually steered the entire thing by standing and manually steer the boat.
Oh
And
God.
it's not easy. So it was quite tiring actually. And my the one who relieved him, the other crew, he wasn't an experienced into sailing. So, and I had to be on watch for most of the time because he wouldn't know what to do,
Oh.
for anything.
So how experienced was that, Pradeep?
He hasn't he doesn't have a sailing experience.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
but since he was a paratrooper and I knew him in Hyderabad, that
So he was more like a support. That's all. I mean, physical support.
yeah. But he was
The
quick to
company.
react. Once I said come, I said he was quick to react and say I'll immediately come. The next day itself we took off and landed here.
So virtually everything regarding the yacht had to be done by you.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Oh my God. So how many days did it take from that place
It
to
was
come
about
there?
5 days to Sorong. So in between, again, we're going close to certain islands and other things. So, and when it rains again, though it was doldrums, suddenly rains come in and heavy rains come in. So
Okay.
tennis movements were that, and manually steering in total blind conditions and all that. And then by that, till that time, we actually got quite comfortable and used to using in autopilot.
Hmm.
So and then we used to set a course, and even if it is a wind or something, autopilot we knew was a reliable to steer a course.
Hmm.
Without that, it took us quite some time to get used to the manual steering and using the magnetic compass, and it was not in the open ocean, but with islands in between. So there were tense moments, when the weather got bad suddenly, and there was not much of a maneuverable space
Hmm.
in that thing. But then we reached Sorong, and we had to an alternator also. Before a day before reaching Sorong, the alternator also packed up. There was no electricity totally. There was no power.
Oh God.
So, and for about 24 hours, then that my scare was if I switch off the engine, I won't be able to start it again because there is a battery one is not getting charged.
Oh God.
So, and that was a tense moment. And how long can we keep going like that? But then we managed to keep the boat running and reach Sorong. So after reaching Sorong, we were so goddamn tired. We reached in the morning, and we dropped anchor and slept like logs. Me and Pradeep, and we didn't venture to go and get into the marina because that's again we have to talk to them and find the place and see the place and then go inside. So we were tired. I said we'll do later on. Let's first sleep, and we dropped anchor close by and slept off. And I think these guys, local fishing guys, fishermen and all, they knew that yachties, when they come in the morning, they reach and they'll be very tired. They'll sleep off. Quietly, some guy or one or two, I don't know how many got in. They got into the boat and they stole away our mobiles and tablets and or fishing gear and some stuff they stolen. And we didn't even come to know that they came on board and we were robbed. Only when we woke up, we found away the mobile, so things were there. We started taking what else is lost. And we got to know, okay, they're all gone. So we went to the police station and lodged a complaint, but then you can't really trace them.
Yeah.
Lost mobile and all that. In India, still some hope is there now with the latest technologies. But in Indonesia, very little chance.
Then how did you manage? I mean, like again, without mobile.
We had backups. It's not the only item.
Yeah.
We had backup mobile. We had a backup. What is that? Android tablet was lost, but we had an iPad with us, and then we had an iPhone with us. So we had the backup things.
So you actually packed it at a different place.
Yeah. So what was there on the chart table, which was easily accessible, they were on charge actually.
Oh.
So they just took them off, and luckily my mobile iPhone was with me where I was sleeping, and the iPad was a backup, so it was inside somewhere else. So that's how it was.
Okay.
So Sorong was again, when we went there, we had to get the repairs done, and the police complained and other things. So I was expressing these issues in the group. So one of our schoolmate, Commodore Devaskar, contacted somebody he knew. He's not told the name, whatever it is. But some close friend where when he was doing his NDC or something, or whenever he met somewhere, he made a call, and promptly we got 2 officers from the Indonesian Navy that were come from there to help you out. And they brought the vendor to electrician and other guys. We moved into the marina the next day there, and then they came to the marina and they helped us to find an electrician and somebody to repair. And they did a bit of
Marina is basically a parking place for boat.
Yeah, it's a secure parking place with other facilities like a restaurant and so. Though this marina was not that, they didn't have any repair facilities nor it's quite a dilapidated place. But yes, there are other yachts, and our yacht is also there in that marina. So it was okay. It was and security-wise, it was fine because there are people all around. So we moved in probably straight into the marina on the first day. We wouldn't have had a theft on board.
Okay.
But we were outside the marina, so it was an open anchorage. So that's how we got weather. It's a lone boat there.
So how many days did it take there at this place?
Again, I think almost 10, 11 days or something we stayed there. Around that 10, 11 days we stayed there. We got the thing fixed, and we had to take. We were having a stove called which runs on methyl alcohol, which we call it meth in New Zealand. All that meth, and we were searching for additional fuel. We carried up fuel, a certain amount of fuel. In any of these places in Fiji, we did not get more fuel. And in Solomon Islands, we didn't get. They wouldn't even understand what we were asking. So in Biak, we didn't get. And Sorong, when we were talking and discussing about this one, they said, "Oh, it is not. We don't call it meth. They give some other name. You call by that, you'll get it." So we said, and then once we use that spiritus, they call it spiritus.
Okay.
So we say spiritus. So spiritus is available in any hardware shop actually. So that was a great help because then we could buy more fuel for cooking and all that. Then we knew in anywhere in Indonesia we get spiritus. There's no problem. And interpreting because in Indonesia no one knows English.
Oh yeah.
So we want to talk to electrician also. We have to go through them. And of course, we could use the Google Translator was always there, but it was more comfortable going through them actually.
Yeah. So your alternator problem, all that.
Yeah, alternator was fixed.
So already all set. Okay.
Repaired, which is still functional. Alternator as such, but no, the voltage regulation was couldn't be fixed. It's even today it's not fixed.
So when did you start from there? You started from there to Port Blair, right? Srinivas?
So yeah, from Sorong we started I think around 9th of August.
Okay.
9th of August was from Biak. Sorry, 9th of August from Biak. So this was again end of August we started from there. Yeah, end of August. Right.
Okay.
And we reached things back faster. So we skipped Bali and
sorry, I lost you after that. I mean, you started from
okay. What happened after?
Srinivas, I lost you.
For his visa, some requirements for about 2 days. Hello.
Yeah. I lost you for a while. Yeah.
So we skipped going to Bali and other place and headed straight to Jakarta.
Okay.
So, and we had very good winds. We thought we'll reach by about 15th of September or something, but we reached even 5 days earlier. We had very good favorable winds.
Oh, okay.
So immediately after going, then Jakarta, Pradeep left back to India. So we were to wait till I think I'm getting mixed up between September and October. Yeah, it was September only. Yeah.
So 23rd September.
So he was supposed to have come back. And we had visa till about 22nd of September.
Okay.
22nd of September. So we stayed about a week in this place, and then about 2-3 days before I was supposed to leave, he said he's not able to come back. So then I said, I declared that I'll be sailing solo from Jakarta because too short a notice. I decided to sail solo from there to Vizag straight via the Colombo, go south of Sri Lanka and then go northwards from there. Then my son that time he said suddenly he said, no, not alone. I'm coming. Then he came over. Ajitesh then joined me at Jakarta.
Yeah, that's like a good son. Ajitesh.
A day or two prior to leaving, I think on 21st or 20th, he joined me at Jakarta. Yeah, the moment we got to know that Pradeep is not coming back, he decided to come and join me.
Okay, Ajitesh. Now you have been on the listening watch for too long now. Okay, so you joined your father at Jakarta, right?
Correct. I did join him at Jakarta.
So, what kind of a sailing experience you had?
I had none. I have never seen the sea. I've learned swimming only like 5-6 years back properly. So I'm very averse to the waters completely. I'm a complete land animal. So
So
this
you are as crazy as your father, huh? To join in with no experience of sailing and hardly any swimming experience. Okay, great. So yeah, so that's great. I mean, just for giving company to your father, you had joined him at Jakarta. That's fantastic. Okay, so yeah, from there on, you have to take over Srinivas. Yeah. Or can you describe the experience, Ajitesh?
I've never left the country. That was the first time I left the country, and seeing another nation that's like close by, that itself was giving a different experience. Seeing how culturally, although historically our cultures met, the way their society there is functioning, people over there are, you know, very different culturally. And then the marina itself, I've never seen a marina. And then, of course, I see my dad over there just chilling, having a beer, enjoying the sunset. So I'm like, okay, this could be fun. So once we got on board on the boat, uh, I think my dad can take over the experience. But it was a good experience. I would recommend everybody to definitely go sailing,
Hmm.
find friends, family, whoever, because the open ocean is a different world altogether. These problems or things that we have, they just don't come to any close to what experience anyone will have on the ocean.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything else becomes trivial once the winds and the ocean and Mother Nature truly comes forth. So the eye-opening, what do you call, the eye-opening experience that I had, although I didn't have any experience prior, I would say everyone should go sailing, and it was a great experience, the whole thing. And of course, my dad was also along, so that's another bonus.
Yeah. So, Ajitesh, just tell me the first day of your experience in the open sea. First day experience. That's it.
Do you want me to sugarcoat it, or you want me to just
No,
give
no,
it
no,
raw?
no sugarcoating. Absolute, the truth,
All right.
nothing but the
So
truth.
we began early morning, uh, right outside the port. A couple of Dutchmen just left before us on a catamaran, and they left quite quickly. And when we were on our boat, I was like, "This boat is not going that fast." He was like, "It's a Chinese lug; it'll go slowly." And while we were exiting the marina and just exiting the port itself, the first thing we saw was a ship sinking right outside the port. It was a huge ship, right, sinking, and I was like, "So, Dad, this is like a good omen, right?" That's the first. Even he was surprised seeing that there's a ship, and quite conveniently they had placed a whole marker around it. Key, this is going down. It's going to be wrecking down. So
Hmm.
maybe he'll share some photos with you later on. But we saw that, and then once we were passing through, we just saw the Indonesia Jakarta, outside Jakarta, the port, the coastline, and it
Hmm.
was huge. It was amazing to see, and a lot of fishermen passing by. And one fine thing that I noticed, what my dad had told me is, you just wave them, and they'll always wave back, and it's a very cultural thing. So every time we would pass by, we would keep waving, and they would also like conveniently like, "Oh, Indians, okay, we'll also wave back." It was like a fun experience going through it. We saw a lot of old Dutch establishments, small islands everywhere.
Hmm.
Till nightfall, pretty much we were smooth sailing. We were motoring through. We didn't have that much wind coming at us. And then once nightfall hit, the transition happens. So that's the first time I'm at sea. So I'm seeing like it's going from daylight to dark. Luckily, all the islands were next to us, but
Yeah.
still, I was like, "Am I supposed to be scared at this moment?" I just told my dad, "This is not normal, is it?" In like generally, people have a hard time adjusting to it. It's completely normal. So I was like, okay, we'll go through it. And then we saw like their petroleum, where the petrol is getting transported all over the country, all over the world, because that's one of their main resources. So going through the night, transition was good. And then came the uh, instance where I was like, okay, we are officially in waters where nighttime we couldn't see certain smaller islands, right? And we are not able to make out. His eyesight is not good. He was supposed to get a surgery done prior, but he was like, I want to go adventure. So he's a crazy man right beside me. So I became the eyes. I could see that there are certain lights not there. We're trying to escape him. But then what happened was our motor, I believe the alternator, it
Hmm.
wasn't showing the pressure properly. So at that moment, my dad was like, okay, I know this is your first time sailing, but we need all hands on deck. And I, being a guy who's never even seen the ocean that much, I'm like, okay, I'll take over. Like, there's no choice at that moment. I had to like
Hmm.
be in the moment. So he was like, you just have to guide the boat as much as possible. And he's right there. He's checking the motor, and it's night time, and we are passing by a lot of ships. So it's a very busy area where we were passing through. So
Hmm.
ships passing, a lot of lights glaring at us, and then this issue is happening. So there's a lot of chaos, and it's night, 9:30, 10 o'clock, and we're just passing through. And luckily, within half an hour, 1 hour, we found out that it was just a small malfunction, nothing major, because we had to either get back to port, and it was an emergency situation. Nothing happened clearly, and we got back on track. A lot of ships passing by. I don't think they were seeing me waving my arm because I was still waving at them. Nobody was waving back at night time, so I was like, okay, I guess just continue this. So nighttime we are just playing to, and before we know it, it's already 4:30 in the morning, and we've already just crossed the island, the first island out of Jakarta, and then the open ocean is kind of coming in, and it's starting up. So I would say like that was the first day. Completely, that was like the exact first day. So after that, pretty much most days have been more or less the same. Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah,
Mm.
Srinivas, so no, my question is like with Pradeep and as well as with Ajitesh, so who have no experience of handling a yacht. So how do you adjust it time? I'm like when Prasad was around, it was okay doing
Yeah.
your 4 hour shift or whatever. But now with them, how do you manage?
See, the thing is, when it is close quarters, it used to be tiring because you have to be on watch continuously.
Hmm.
But once, in the open ocean, if there's breeze and, the autopilot is set, then in the open ocean, even if you steer off a course a little, 15, 20 degrees here and there, it's okay. Because wind vane itself goes, 40, 50 degrees left and right. So that is
Hmm.
fine. But you are taking a break of, let's say, I should tell him I'll go and sleep for an hour and come. But you're not really sleeping because
Yeah.
your mind is always this. Because the other guy who's at the watch, he's innocent because he doesn't know what to do, and
Yeah.
accidental jibes can happen. And anything can happen actually. So they won't suddenly a squall can come in,
Yeah.
and inside the boat you don't feel the wind at all. It's totally well insulated, and so you don't even hear anything. And outside it could be very treacherous suddenly.
Hmm.
So I'm reasonably sleepless, I'll say. I had to keep
Yeah,
going and
that's
whistle.
what I was wondering because I mean, all said and done, it is okay, but then you really can't relax, because you know that somebody who's not a sailor is, is is on duty.
Yeah, but then you also should realize that I was no, this boat I knew was sailed by solo by the previous owner,
Oh, okay,
the son. So I know that this boat is capable of being sailed by
okay,
a single
okay.
person. And once I was prepared that I'm going to be, people have sailed alone. So I had to tell myself that somebody else has done it, even I too can do it. And these are their, whatever these two are, their additional resources, which are a bonus.
Hmm.
So once Ajitesh joined me, then the other thing was that, okay, we were, that first night and other things, certain things he probably, was overlooked. when we had that engine oil pressure dropping to zero, that is a very scary situation because without the oil pressure, the engine will pack up.
Yeah.
And we had a long way to go.
Mm.
And we were motoring in between the strait with a lot of ships passing by.
Oh.
And wind not very stable in any direction. We could go anyway. So I suddenly told him, okay, just hold the tiller. He said, and hold and do what? His question is, hold and do what?
Yeah.
I said, try not to go. And then if you're going to that island, which was close by, maybe a mile or two away only. If you're going that side and all that, you shout out and I'll think of doing something, or the wind picks up and if we can make a move. That time also you tell me, I'll come and set the sail. But otherwise, generally keep a watch and hold this torch. If some ship is coming too close or something, keep flashing it and all that.
Okay.
So, but fortunately, and the engine was hot, and I had to still open up the engine covers and trying to see. Then within a few minutes, I spotted that the sensor wire had come off. Actually, got broken. So then, I just touched the wire to these, put the wires together and told him to start the engine from top. And the starting then, he started and I told him to watch the pressure. He said, yeah, now it's coming up. I said, then I realized it was only the wire fault. The pump was okay. Then we closed and we sailed off. Next day, I fixed that wire properly. But that night, we sailed without, with the oil pressure being shown as zero only, we continued.
Oh, okay.
So there's not really, it is only indicator fault, but pressure was there. So that conversation when he was saying, what do you expect me to do with the tiller in hand? I said, just hold it, nothing else.
So how was
the first night,
yeah.
When the first night, Ajitesh was like, which I also have that feeling. When the transition is happening from daylight to night, that dusk time,
twilight,
when the horizon, when the horizon starts vanishing, from there, everything changes. The entire thing. It actually, the morale goes down actually. Quite everyone goes low actually. That is the and then and then Ajitesh expressed it. He says, "I'm actually feeling scared suddenly because he was fine the whole day.
Yeah.
And suddenly when it's getting dark, he said, I'm finally feeling scared. I want to go inside." So that is the first time we said, I'll go inside. I said, go inside, stay for some time. Once it's dark, then you come out. So that transition period, he took some time to actually adjust to. Maybe another 3-4 days before the time. The rest, even in the middle of the night and all, he was fine. Daytime he was fine. Only the transit.
Getting adjusted to twilight.
Adjustment time he used to feel, and then he used to say, I'm not feeling comfortable, I'll go inside. There you go. And I think after that he learned that it's a normal thing for everybody.
So, but how was the experience from?
And the first storm, sorry.
Yeah. How was the experience from that place, Jakarta to Port Blair?
Yeah, that was again, we were initially planning to sail all the way from Jakarta to Vizag. So we got a Starlink, installed at Jakarta. And then, after he came, said, what about internet and all that? I said, okay, we'll get. So in one day, the day before starting from there, they came and installed the Starlink. And we started off, and it was a roaming package. So once it was a roaming package, I thought it will work anywhere. So once we left the territorial waters of this one, maybe 25, 50 miles, there was an island, and we crossed that island also and went further. And we were not using the Starlink continuously. We used to put it on, but it consumes a lot of power. And after sailing out at night, somewhere we switched it on, and we finally found that Starlink was not working. Now what to do? So when there was no other communication, Iridium, we didn't recharge. So we had to go back to the nearest island, which was slightly to the north of that our normal track, and then made communication, and then got the thing activated to maritime package, and then we started again. But then we started to travel north from the designated path that we had chosen. So we continued on that because the wind was nice. We said, let's continue on this. We'll see what happens. And then we got stuck into the doldrums for quite some time. And the second evening also, there was a big sudden squall. And that was the first time, Ajitesh saw big seas. And it was 25 knots plus wind or something. And we put down the sails and I said, don't get scared. It's okay, no problem. We're quite far away from land. We can just relax and chill out, no problem. So we put the sails down and all that. And that night, there were some ropes which got snapped. So we said, we'll fix it in the morning. Now just sleep, no problem. So that was his first experience. He says, will it come again and all that? I said, no, abhi ye ho gaya. Squalls they don't tell and come. Suddenly they come once in a while. So that was his first experience facing big sea. And after that, he was comfortable sailing through.
Oh, that's great.
So till we came to the 6-degree channel, so it was mostly doldrums. So we had a nice we crossed equator. So we, he was trying out that what is that thing of clockwise and anti-clockwise thing called
Coriolis effect.
Coriolis principle. He was trying to do that, and most of the day, since there was not much of wind. So most of the day we used to play Scrabble actually on board. It was reasonably good fun. We never spent so much of time together before actually.
I know.
Quite fun. And there were no ships passing by and nothing. So we were keeping about more than 100-mile gap from the Sumatra island, the sea. So even at night when we had to be drifting also, it was no problem. We kept a safe distance away from it. So till we came to the 6-degree channel, where again there were ships and all that. And once we came close to the islands of Nicobar, in the morning at 3:30 or 4 o'clock something, we were hit by a big squall again. Oh. And we were actually watching that black, dark cloud, which was there. And I lowered the sail and other things. And then that black cloud lifted off. That heavy wind didn't come. So it was covering that Indira Point island, that's Nicobar Island, Great Nicobar Island. So then after about 15-20 minutes, another black cloud came in. Big, similar size of black cloud. I thought even this will pass. The normal thing must be here. And then this one, okay, that was when they played full, and this one hit us like real strong. And we put the sails down and all that. We had to wait for 2-3 hours for it to clear. The sea had become very, very choppy at that place. And Ajitesh was not very comfortable. He was puking and other things. But once that thing said, we started going. And once we entered we entered the territorial waters. There was no communication. The satellite was not working. We thought we'll go closer to the island and see. But there was no thing. When we continued, we crossed Campbell Bay and went a bit further. And when it was slightly going to be dark, we said, yeah, we're out of communication since morning. We have to do something. Then we entered Campbell Bay because communication had to be established. It was only when we entered Campbell Bay, then we were told that the mobile connectivity is all disrupted because of some cable got uprooted or damaged to all the Nicobar Islands. There was no communication. Mobile network is all off. So, but since we entered Campbell Bay, then we had to wait for further clearance to move from Campbell Bay to Port Blair. We stayed for almost, I think, a week there in Campbell Bay.
Okay, great. So yeah, tell me, Ajitesh. So how much time did you? How many days it took from Jakarta to Port Blair?
But Port Blair to Campbell Bay took about 19 days.
19 days.
Campbell Bay is like the southernmost point of India. So we went from Jakarta to Campbell. We are not supposed to actually stop at Campbell Bay. Supposed to go to Port Blair. But again, like he said, communication error. So we stopped at Campbell Bay after 19 days of sailing. And yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's.
So you tell me, what did you come to know about your father that you did not know earlier?
I just I thought he'll be like a hard man being from army and all. But then I realized he's just like me, very emotional, very expressive. He's not that stern father. He's a very loving father, even at this age. So very great, experience knowing him as a person. So, and very crazy, doesn't calculate that well when things come. So sometimes I have to be behind here. Maybe calm down there. Yeah. Yeah, you go ahead.
But I think you must appreciate that he had that much confidence in you. Without any experience, he had the confidence that you can support him. I think that's the something to be really appreciated.
I mean, he was going to come alone. I'm more of that emotional support,
Yeah.
right? Right. So the whole trip, I was basically just chilling outside while he was actually doing most of the work. So I had a proper vacation. It was completely fine. So he did most of the work. I was just enjoying it. Yeah, playing Scrabble, enjoying. Yeah.
Hmm. So, what are you doing otherwise?
I'm just working. Just have a small private firm and sports management. Other than that, it's pretty much normal land stuff.
Okay, so when did you reach Port Blair finally?
Uh,
Srinivas?
11th,
You started from Port Blair on 14th October, I thought. Yeah?
now we reached on the 27th of October.
September.
27th of October, we reached Port Blair.
Okay, 27th.
Yeah.
So the final leg from Port Blair to Vizag. Yeah, Prasad, you joined at Port Blair, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I had joined in Port Blair.
Yeah.
So as soon as I reached Port Blair, I had gone to where the sails are being repaired.
Mm-hmm.
And once the sails were repaired, that was rigged on the boat. We checked all the rigging, proper rigging, and on 14th we started from November 14th.
Oh.
Correct? We started from Port Blair. From Port Blair, we had taken the Manus Strait south. We headed south. We crossed Andaman Islands into the Bay of Bengal through Manus Strait. And from there, we had kept a respectable distance from Sentinel Island. Sentinel Island, which is prohibited. No one is supposed to go close to it.
Okay.
And thereafter, it was a straight sail to Vizag. It was a good sail, smooth sailing.
So, what is this prohibited area you're saying?
Sentinel Island. Sentinel Island, not Sentinel Island, is
North Sentinel Island.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is there is a tribe, Sentinel tribe.
Oh, okay.
Where they're protected. They're protected by this one. Nobody is supposed to visit that island. Statutory protection.
Okay.
Wherein any outside contact is prohibited.
Oh, okay. So you reached Vizag on 20th November.
20th November, yes.
So it was a smooth sail from Port Blair to Vizag?
It was uneventful. It's the perfect sailing. I call a milk run. It's called a milk run.
Oh, okay.
That means without any.
So your knee got perfectly well by that time.
Yeah, I had my doctor advised. As soon as I got down, I went to Secunderabad, our command hospital, army hospital. I had got myself checked by the army doctor, and he has advised me against knee replacement. And he said, try and do this physiotherapy. He has suggested some exercises. So I had done that religiously. And it showed
improvement,
better results because of that physiotherapy. I could move around without crutch. When I landed in Jakarta, I was on crutch, single crutch, which we borrowed from somebody from Solomon Islands. He was kind enough to lend his crutch. There's one gentleman who had an accident, so he had this lying around. Because for getting a crutch also, it is impossible in Solomon Islands. They don't have. Yeah. So once I was reasonably stable, my leg was stable. So that is when I joined.
That's great.
Finally.
Yeah. So I think it's a fantastic, fantastic experience that you had shared with us. But tell me how important it is to be mentally strong in the entire exercise.
Yeah, mental strength and fortitude is a must for offshore sailing. There's no doubt about it. It is not dinghy sailing, wherein you have a help at hand. Dinghy sailing and offshore sailing is totally different. Your mindset has to be totally different. Offshore sailing, you have yourself, your wits, your strengths, your weaknesses that will see you through. Unlike dinghy sailing, you just sail and you are trying to, just manage speed and better angle and all that. In offshore sailing, sailing is just part of it. You need to know the local weather. You need to know seasonal weather conditions. You need a lot of things other than just sailing skill to do offshore sailing.
Yeah. But I think you must appreciate Srinivas' challenge to, to not have your company for a significant portion of the journey, right? Prasad?
Yeah, I was there for almost.
There's no option actually. He was injured, so there's no option.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying something, Prasad.
Yeah, I was there for almost 60%, 60 to 65% of the journey.
Yeah, 65. Okay. So around 35% of the journey he had to do himself. I said, tell me one thing. When two of you were there for 65% of the journey, or for that matter, that works out to around how many days? 2/3, no? Around 120 odd days, right? 4 months almost, right? So did you get on each other's nerves once in a while or not?
It doesn't matter. It is part of the journey.
No. Did you or not? You answered. You didn't answer my question.
Yeah, these are things. It's part and parcel of sailing, offshore sailing.
I understand that, and especially when just two of you.
Ultimately, what happens is have you done your task which you set out to do? That is more important than the other issue.
I couldn't agree less. No doubt about that. Yeah. So tell me, how did Sainik School help you in your life?
I think that is the foundation. Our Sainik School laid a solid foundation for us at a very young age. And that foundation helped us to build our life subsequently. Without that foundation, solid foundation, our later life, that is the reason our later life has shaped up as it has shaped up. School is more important, and friendships forged at school are lifelong.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, it is like a family.
Srinivas?
Yeah, I'm here. So, like you said, the fundamental behavior, of we were too young. I think we're just about 9 years old when we joined school. So the external behavior is more or less forged in the school of interaction with friends and situational behavior or situational reactions and all are forged in the school. So which are, I think, continuing even now. And of course, then we joined NDA, so being from the school. So you know that you're also an ex-NDA, so you know how much lift we get from our school types there.
Sure.
So that is there. And the alumni network as such, which has made a significant difference. I'll tell you, for this Tystie project as such, or sailing project, which we wanted to do. There are a lot of tax issues and other things. You know, you have to pay almost 20% tax, and the banks won't let you move the money that is needed. It's not easy to move money. Even though it's there in your bank, it's not easy to move the money out.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of regulations and all, which we are not aware. It's a big challenge and it's a major task by itself. Okay. So we had gone out to do the actual work of sailing in other ways. But back home here, the banking activity, interacting with the bank, transferring a part of the amounts that were required to New Zealand to that, the seller, and any other thing to other accounts and other things. It is all done by our, alumni company that we have formed, the Lemango, Lemango Workplace Limited, which is there. So it's a company that has been formed, which is trying to, network together, synergize the, strengths of our schoolmates and help each other and make the best of ourselves. So all these behavioral patterns are from the foundations from the school.
Yeah.
And, the compassion and social responsibility tasks that we have collectively taken, Campus Challenge and Krishi Homes.
Yes.
Again, we've been part of it. I've been part of the company a couple of years there also. And whatever little bit that we could contribute and all, it's a collective effort that has happened. So that compassion and other things which have come up is there. Then even further, like after I came back to Vizag, like I was telling other people, one part is the sailing thing. Okay, the whole thing is one part. Now the actual expedition and the hurdles still don't just vanish. They're there. After coming in now, putting the boat, making the clearances now, still not found the proper thing. Again, who is helping me in the port is again our school types, Shaker and Krishna. They are the ones who are working in the port and helping me to find the place and all that. So that way, behavior-wise and the strength, when we have a problem, we are not alone. Okay, that we have a huge network and very strong bonding that people come out to support you wherever it may be. So that way, the school has contributed a hell of a lot into the growth and in life in general. Yeah.
Yeah. So so the entire thing was funded, self-funded, right?
Yes.
So how much did the entire thing cost?
Like I told you, it's about over 1 crore actually in various forms. It has been spent. So
including buying the boat and your logistics.
Buying the boat and trying additional items that you buy, the other
logistics and everything. Okay.
Yeah, it will be over 1 crore. Yeah.
Yeah. So but what about your family, Prasad?
So
about your family?
I have two daughters, sir.
Okay.
Elder one just completed her MD in anesthesiology.
Okay.
2 days ago.
Oh, congratulations to her. Yeah.
Younger one, she is studying in Germany, Munich. Technical University of Munich. She is studying biotechnology there. And she is likely to complete her thesis by another 6 months. So she'll be joining us for this December, Christmas holidays.
Okay.
For 15 days, and she'll go back again.
Oh, okay. So where you settled?
I'm presently in Vijayawada, sir, Gannavaram.
Okay, Vijayawada.
Otherwise, I keep shuttling between Vizag, Vijayawada, and my village Mangalapuram. These three places I keep shifting.
What about you, Srinivas?
Yeah, my elder one is in Merchant Navy.
Okay.
So he's not been sailing class a few years because he's got too many other family commitments that he's taking on to resolve. Got some other people to take care. And but he'll be going back for sailing. That's what he says to me. The younger one is Ajit.
Yeah.
Is there right in front of working with a sports management company. So as of now, he's in Hyderabad and I'm in Vizag, but I'm still to settle Tystie and come.
Okay.
So,
So it's fantastic conversation with you, Captain Prasad and Colonel Srinivas. It's been a privilege to interact with you and know your journey. So, I mean, hats off to both of you for undertaking this adventure on your own without any funding. I mean, doing it self-funded just for the sheer adventure part. And it's fantastic. I think it's an adventure of a lifetime. And not only, I mean, when I think of it, I somehow, I mean, can't believe that you were willing to, take it up at this time or at this age for that matter. Of course, not that one is pretty old, but as like it may sound like a cliche, but is it time to spend more with your children or grandchildren rather than out in the open sea. But truly appreciate your sense of adventure and hats off to you guys. I mean, I'm truly grateful for this interaction. Thank you so much. Okay.
If you were talking about the age, Ravindra, talking about age.
Yeah. So tell me, Prasad and Srinivas, what next? Yeah, Srinivas.
As of now, getting a proper place for birthing or keeping Tystie in a safe place is the most top priority for me. So while running around to find the place, because Vizag port, though I've got a place to, port has agreed for me to keep the boat there, but there's too much of coal dust and too much of a pollution. I'm not really happy leaving her there for long, actually. So now, after interacting with other people and all that, now in a way, I've interacted with Lamango and our other school types which are there. We are, I'm, getting into starting our own marina actually now. That's a major project that we're trying to take up. So I do not know. It's an attempt to start a marina. This idea of starting a marina was there way back actually. I met the CM Chandrababu Naidu twice in 2016. He was enthusiastic, but some of the bureaucrats he wouldn't let me take it forward. Because one would say it's a sports project, the other one would say it's a tourism project, the other one would say it's something else. So between three departments, I moved and I got tired and I said it's not going to happen. Just too bad I left it. But now I think with Tystie coming in, now I'm more driven to tolerate the bureaucracy and still go to them. So I'm working on that project. Most likely, if God willing, the marina will get one marina in Vizag. We'll make one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Prasad? Same?
Same. I think Srinivas is doing a wonderful job of finding a proper home for Tystie. It will be a wonderful opportunity for youngsters to get to know about Tystie and get trained on Tystie.
Okay. So, but I was reading somewhere that it will continue. I mean, it will cost about 1 lakh per month to maintain that fellow.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true, because there are some things they need to be changed periodically. So for security, I would hire a person to look after the periodic cleaning, periodic change of spares, and more so because you do not have the like I told you, the autopilot has got spoiled.
Yeah.
Now the cost of replacing that is between 2.5 to 3 lakhs now.
Oh.
So, and the cost of sales, what I heard, I have not taken the quote for that. Sales have got a life of about another 3 years to more or something is there. So if you have to change the sales, it's going to cost me 14 to 15 lakhs. So when you spread out these costs over on a monthly basis, equitably, so it comes to about over 1 lakh a month to just maintain the boat, and then berthing charges. What's shocking is that the Tystie has come in. So when we're trying to pay the fees for the Vizag port has given me a bill saying that, of course, they've not finalized the bill. They also got surprised that berthing charges 6,000 rupees, and then the port charges another 1,000 rupees. Then they gave me one more item called pilotage charges, which is about 3 lakh rupees.
What charges?
Now, in the pilotage charges. Pilotage
Pilotage
is,
charges, okay.
when a big ship comes into a
Yeah.
port, there's a pilot who embarks and gets the ship inside, who is a local pilot of that port. So they put in pilotage charges, which are of 3 lakhs. So in the present rules and regulations that are there for the Vizag port, if I want to take Tystie out for a day sail, if Ravindra comes to me and said, let's go for sailing in the morning and come back in the evening, the cost is 6 lakhs we have to pay to Port Trust, pilotage charges.
Oh my God.
Okay.
It's crazy.
So that is the condition which now we are working to change those rules. And, now as of now, I can't move Tystie out because, they're going to charge me so much. Okay. Even if I have to move her from one berth to the other, I have to pay 25% of the pilotage charges.
Oh God.
Those are the rules they have got. Okay. So now changing the rules, I have not been able to come to Hyderabad even after 10 days after coming here is because almost on a regular basis I'm going to the port, interacting with them. And now that since I'm banging my head against such this one, so I got fed up and I said, it's high time we have our own marina. And who else can do that other than the one who is actually facing the problem? And we have seen a couple of marinas in our journey. Not that now we have some reasonably decent idea of this thing. And I believe Andhra Pradesh government is also looking for setting up marina in their plan. I think is there. So I intend to meet. There's a proposal to meet the chairman of Inland Water and Ports of Andhra Pradesh. He's invited me for a discussion. So once it comes in, then our trusted new organization, Lemango, and we today morning also we discussed for more than 1 hour how do we connect and who are the specialists who can advise us on that. So the future is now, this is just the beginning. And fortunately, we got a lovely boat, very reliable. She's brought us absolutely safe. And we have to find a proper place for that. Yeah. And in this process, maybe encourage other people to go to the sea and sail and enjoy the, sailing as a sport.
Yeah.
So I hope Tystie is just the beginning and the leader in this field. And hope in the next couple of years, more yachts come in.
That's great. I think on this note, let's end this session. Thank you so much, both Prasad and Srinivas and Ajitesh, for joining and interacting for almost 2 hours and 20 minutes.